Good morning, teachers. Good morning, Philippines. Okay, so this day actually it's new learning for us because we'll be discussing the Basic Education Research Fund. And actually, I am so very honored to be invited to your this kind of seminar. It's a seminar workshop actually regarding for research. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself so that we have a good relationship to each other at the same time to know me better. Why is it I am the one who also can help you regarding to your research. By the way, I am Mr. Arwin Buenaflor and I graduated of Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies as magna cum laude, delegate and participant for debate in Asia Youth Model of United Nations. I am also the as a scholar for the National School. It includes University of California, the UC. Yes. I am also a senior high and college instructor at BME Global College for 3 years, part-time instructor at Riverside College, and outstanding teacher of Luis Servias National High School, and also I was awarded as outstanding teacher in World Vision Education Awards. And right now, I am a research innovator and committee of Luis Servias National High School, and also I am a research club advisor, and I was appointed as school-based evaluator. Currently, I'm a public school teacher and continuing my master's degree at Central Philippine State University. And to that, actually, in my 5 years in teaching, I expose a lot for different researches in the form of action research, basic research, like a new format of research, the IMRA, the chapterized, and many more. Because, well, in fact, I'm not only limited to one school, but also I am discovering and creating some researches to other school within Bacolod and at the same time outside Bacolod. Okay, so I hope you will learn a lot from me, and I really hope that this kind of seminar could really help you on how you create your own research and how you create an actual research that is feasible, that is actually achievable, at the same time having a low cost. Because well, in fact, some researchers you need to really invest a lot of money. You know? So our agenda for today is the basic research versus action research, and what would be the action research format because as we move on to a 21st century type of era, as a certain degree that all of us will engage to a research. All of us should be knowledgeable to research, and all of us should know what to be the proper skills in creating researches. So that's why in the form of formatting, we need to know what would be the the exact, the proper, and the accurate some parts that is needed because some other parts are not needed to some certain part of the research. And also, we will be discussing the actual research workshop using the current and action research proposal. Huh? To start with, my dear teachers, okay, what is your hashtag in research? No? Most of us actually would says hashtag research is life. No? Always naman yun sa ginahambal natin, bala. Nga, everything that we do, it's all about research. Everything that we see in our world, it's all about research. Why? Because actually, we cannot find out the totality or the reality of it if we're not researching. Research is not all about in how we type to the computer, and then we need to search what to be the facts on that. Because when I say research is all about asking, interviewing, no, gathering information, that is research already. Even in your small community, even in your friends, it's all about research already. The way you ask, no, to know what to be the facts on it, to know what do ang do ka academic chismosa ka, no? Do ka academic chismosa ka lang. But to the fact, no, it's not all about chismis, no? And the way you ask to other people, that's not chismis. But rather, you're just only asking so that those yung mga information na gathered mo, no, that is valid, factual, reliable. But you should know that your participants should also involve to that kind of experiences. That's why hindi siya matawag na chismis since research is all about Who are your participants? Who are your respondents? Are they knowledgeable enough? Are they experiencing to that kind of situations? Are they covered to that kind of situations or problems? So that's why everything that we do is all about research. The next one is hashtag innovation. Why? Because actually, if we create some researches, then we have an output, and that output we can innovate. No, because innovation is all about creating and improving, enhancing, no, enhancing certain programs, enhancing some, or we that kind of problem we are giving solutions, and that solutions can really innovate the teaching learning process, specifically in that classroom. We can really innovate something. The next one is hashtag walang katapusang research. I included this because, as what I've said a while ago, everything that we do is in the form of research. Hindi lang siya kisama appreciate, no? Hindi ta siya kisamamba because actually research can be a burden to us. I know some of you that research find that it's just only a help for you for promotion, but well, in fact, if we're having this kind of passion to research, you'll find out that research is really beneficial to all of us. Because even in our lesson plan, even in our module and even our teaching, we should include research because it can give us the basis. Why is it we tend to learn from this? Is it is really updated? Is it really still existing a problem? Because base balam, it might be a problem to all of us. But if we try to research it, this is not actually the problem. Do nag-shift na bi ang pili ang problema. So that's why walang katapusang research. It means habang nabubuhay tayo, patuloy tayong mag-create ng research, no? It's either in a basic or at the same time in action research. Or it's either in historical research, phenomenological research, everything. No? Pwede tayong gumawa ng isang research. What's really a research? According to Walton Bansell in 1981, even though 1981 pa siya, but still his existing thoughts or his thoughts actually exist and can also be observed in a reality. That research is systematic. Our research still systematic, formal. Because, di ba, even the way we have a defense, we need to have formal. Not only the way we dress to present it, but also the way we create the paper. We need to use words that is formal, academic words. We cannot use that we assume. We cannot use based on my opinion. No, we cannot use that. No, we should derive also to the formal setting that based on our findings, based on our research, according to that is a formal way on creating researches, the way we address no evidences. It is rigorous and precise process employed to gain solutions to the problems or to discover and interpret new facts and relationships. No? We create some researches to know if this problem is also the same problem that exists at in society. That's why we always think that some problems are connected, but then in fact we cannot really assume, we cannot predict, and we cannot actually force that kind of idea if we don't have or we cannot conduct research. No? We need to conduct research first if that problem still existing. No? But according to Katori 2006, research is a pursuit of trust with the help of study, observation, comparison, and experiment. Yeah? Pursuit of trust. That's why you cannot impose that would be a problem if you don't have a study observation or if you cannot conduct experimentation. Mostly, magamit experiment kaka-derive always sa science. Pero sa totoo lang, you can also experiment not using science because ang itong experiment, there's what you call the control groups, no? May gina-control ka nga group, may gina-observe ka, kag may ginahatag ka mismo nga mga somehow bala a tool or at the same time may ginatawag ka bala nga ikaw mismo ang manipulate. That's why you experiment if this program or if this kind of solution is applicable to you. No? Pero may ginatawag man ta nga quasi-experimental. When I say quasi-experimental, it means You are experimenting but not totally that you are really experimenting. Do ka partial lang, no? May mga part lang tinatandog mo, may experiment ka, but not totally. That is a quasi-experimental. At the same time, we create research because we need to find solution. No? That solutions must be suitable. It's not all about to create solutions nga para lang makitaan sa research nga may solution tanong. Your solutions should be feasible, achievable, no? We don't need to have a high intellect, no? With a highfalutin words to describe our solutions. We need to have only a solution that is good for everybody. Always think for that, no? Amo na always ang inahambak ko sa akon ng mga napag-create ng mga researches at the same time sa mga students that we don't need to have, no, sa pinakatayog ng mga solutions. Because some problems only have a simple hands, a simple thinking, no? For example, kay ko ang CR, what is your solution? Hindi man pwede nga makuha ka janitor because hindi mo makuha ang ginatawag nga, how about the salary? Paano mo saswelduhan? So, amo na correct na siya ang solusyon. But the question is, how? How you will impose that kind of solution, no? So, all in all, in the context of research, there's a problem, and that problem should have a solution that is achievable and feasible to everybody. Kaya sang kwarta man at the same time, no? Next, what will be the difference between the basic and the action research? In the basic research, my dear teachers, basic research is any research that do not deal with solving problems because you're just only exploring, assessing, evaluating, examines. Example, na bala teachers ang natawag ta bala nga the multiple intelligences of grade 10 students. That's example of the basic research because you are only finding or identifying what will be the strength and the weaknesses of the grade 10 students. Basic research only exploring. There is what is so-called the problem. Pwede nga may problem, pero wala mo siya kinatagaan yung solution, kundi find mo lang kung ano ang problem, no? That's a basic research. As long you explore sa isa ka problem, kag wala kaya maginhatag na strategy, if effective, so therefore, that is only a basic research. And basic research needs to have RRL or the review of related literature. If you don't have this, tinatawag ng review of related literature, your research is not actually structured. Why? Because the RL will be a support that this problem is still existing in the new era or from the past or from other countries. That's why if you conduct this kind of research, kung sa imo na, dra mo na siya mismo if ang imong RL nag-agree man sa imong result or naga-disagree. So that's why your review of research, related literature would be your foundation on how you agree or disagree to a certain point based on the result na na-find mo. No? Usually, it leads to project, plans, program, and activities if we find out. No? Kay tungod, dra mo yung maginahambal nga, okay, after this, after you find out this, then may ara, tapos nga ito nga mga programs, if I find out this. But in fact, wala mo yan mismo yung focusan kung ano lang ang problem. Kaysa ang gato nga basic research, applicable sa tanan ang imo gina-create nga programs, no? Biskan ikaw be part ka sang problem or base ang iban be naging okay man, but still gina-impose mo gyapon ang plan kay para at least to gain more, to have enhancement, no? That's why more on sa basic research enhancement program, no? Because actually we need to have in a certain point ba lang gakait kita yung research kay para kahit papaano bala may mitigate ta sa mga problem isang ginagmay. Because we do believe that hindi ta pwede mambata nga gamay lang na ang problema, ay dako-dako siya ang problema. Small and a big problems still we need to have or we need to impose or give mitigation on that, no? 'Di ba kita sa mga maestra, even nagnubo sa big 1 point lang but still gaan ta gid mga chances nga kahit papaano we can mitigate what be those nga mga plans ta para at least mapababaw ang iya bala nga grado. The next one is action research wherein di ang focus naton. Action research deals with solving a problem. No? You find out that this would be a problem. And then you create solution. Mismo imo solution, ging pasulod mo while creating researches. Sa basic research ya, sa punta mo pa ihatag ang solusyon. In action research, action. Ugada gito dayon. Okay? For example, this would be the problem. That's why you always in the context and rationale sa pinaka-introduction mo dapat gina-introduce mo na ang problem. Because pagka later on, introduce mo na ang solution, in that solution, then let's move on to the results. If your solution is really good or bad, or not a bad, but rather do medyo hindi siya really applicable, not really feasible. Ang bala hindi siya daw ka-democratical ka type 'no, hindi siya mag-align sa ginatawag nga needs and wants sa ginatawag nga current situation. So that's why the action research there is really a solution. It is contextualized, doesn't need so much RL because ang sinido ka imrad sa introduction pa lang kag sa mga methods mo diya mo nagapang-inculcate kung ano ang mga dapat mong himuon, 'no? Usually has project in its title, no? So ang inyo, as I read already your work, no, recap, no? So ang inyo nga recap, that's example of a project, no? Actually, I created research already. No, I presented that in our school, no? It's school-based competition. So my title is Agila. Agila stands for Araling Panlipunan Game-Based Interactive Learning Activity. Because I already created a game. Because as I conduct or as I have my survey, no, na-found out mismo nga medyo low ang interest ng student sa modular. So, I create a solution nga ibutang ta ang module into a game base. My game is a module type, no? Bali pasaro nila isa-isa ang game pero ang include sa aton nga game is module. Kada mag-away mismo ang aton nga character, may mga questions nga ma-pop out which is ara na sa module. Ang doging ano to siya, in a high-tech type, 'no? Parang wala ga-answer ang bata mismo sa papel, ga-answer siya mismo through phones because each one of them, has phone already. So, in that case, bata na nga hinahatagan ka na mismo solusyon based on the comfort and based on the needs and the interest of students. Dito nagtaas gid siya mismong interest kay mas nag-a-answer sila more. Because actually my dear teachers, based sa ginatawag nga psychology of learning. Kung sulit-sulit na siya nga ginaobra, kag hindi na siya mismo ga-excite sa aton, na start ang ginatawag nga boredom. So amo na siya teachers for 2 years nga na mismo naga-modular lang, mismo ang aton nga mga students. So we find out or said, we find this kind of scenario nga medyo naging sulit-sulit, monotonous siya, nagiging monotonous. That's why we find it also nga a problem. So we as for our school, me as a teacher also, naghatag ko mismo mga solusyon sa amo ng mga bagay, no? Again, contextualize. Okay, let's have a game first. No, tell me if it is an action or basic research. Although this is a recorded video, no, but still I will give you or I will let you to answer first. I will give you enough time to answer. The first title is Project Pickup. Pupils' intervention in comprehension and knowledge to uphold potentials. Okay, by the way, teachers, what do you think is this? Is it is an action or basic? I will give you enough time. And then try to think or try to assess if saktogin man ang imo answer. Okay, the correct answer is action research. Okay, kitungod from the word pick up. It means pupils' intervention in comprehension and knowledge to uphold potentials. Next one, Project Aldali. No? Accuracy in the vision aided by Math Dali video presentation. Nakabutang mo, Math Dali video presentation. Do you think action or basic? Okay, great. It is an action. Since ang iya mismo nga solution in that problem or gusto i-test kung effective ang math dali video presentation. Correct. How about the level of anxiety and attitude in mathematics among the grade 10 students? How about this? Yes, exactly. It is a basic research since you're only finding or exploring or identifying the level of anxiety and attitude. There is no solution, but just only assessing what will be the anxiety level and the attitude of the grade 10 students. Correct. How about the next one? Project page. Practicing and achieving grammar excellence. From the words of project again, it means correct. That is action research. Next one. Evaluation of students' performance in the physical education and health in of senior high school students. How about this? Correct. That is only a basic research because we are only evaluating. There's no solution that is visible to the title. Next, public school teacher as researcher, exploring the teacher's perception, difficulties, and motivation in writing research. From the words of exploring, that is only a basic research because exploration is only for a basic, no? Because gina-find out mo lang kung anong perception nila kung nadaba di amo ng perception, amo ng difficulties, amo ng motivation, no? So and then anong program ta kaya mga difficulties nila. So ulihi pa ya ang solution naton, no? That is only a basic research. The next one, my home, my parents, and I. Parenting styles influence in compliant grades 4 to 6 pupils observe behavior inside the classroom. Okay, that is only a basic research. Correct. Next, response. Reinforcing and enriching students' performance on numeracy skills enhancement in mathematics. Okay, that is actually a action research because reinforcing and enriching. It means may ginatawag ka nga numeracy. Base may, in this kind of title, may numeracy skills. So therefore, may mga numeracy test, no? And then may areas ang mga strategic in terms of numeracy so that ma-reinforce kaya ang gatawag na student performance or papataas siya pa ang gatawag na student performance. Okay, thank you very much for answering that. Okay, sa ato nga ang formatting, this will be our BERF format. The first one is the action research template, context, and rationale. The second one is the action research question. The third is proposed innovation, intervention, and strategy. The four, the fourth one is action research methods. In the methods, this would be a flow of your research. It would be the process. No, kung paano mo mag-gather ang data, sino mismo ang mga aton, yung mga respondents, kung paano mo siya mismo gain decidan, i-disseminate ang survey or mismo ang strategy. So under in the methods, the first one is dapat na discuss natin. You discuss already the participants or the sources of data and information. The next one, data gathering methods, no? How you gather data, how you actually impose the strategy. Then you should have the ethical issue. It's very important in every research so that the information, no, the data will be kept, no, confidentially. At the same time, how you really manipulate the data. The next one is data analysis plan. In the data analysis plan, this all about includes the statistical tool. No, what will be the proper, the accurate statistical tool if you try to measure the level, if you try to measure the difficulties, if you try to measure the relationship, if you try to measure the differences between the two variables. No, the next one is the action research work plan and timelines. This would be your plan. This would be the dates that you need to cover. No? The next one is the cost estimates. It includes funds. It includes money. It includes the dissemination of the money nga mismo aging ano yun no, ging panggasto. Even ang pair pamahaw dala na da mismo. Plans for dissemination and utilization. And the last one is references, very important also since Whatever we ang nga type, whatever din tagay pangwa ang mga data, it should be included in the references. Okay, let's start first for the research title. In the research title, the title should include, okay, it's very important, it should include, okay, contain variables of your study, no? Doesn't need to be too specific. You can specify it in the scope and limitation section. Is ay hindi ta na pwede i-mention mismo sa atong nga title ang aton nga school because really includes in our scope and limitation ang year, no? Amo na bala subong ang ginapangita nila nga mga title, it should be catchy. That's why nga tawag ka mga recap. Recap is actually a good title, no? Actually, for example, for me, in my title sa akong nga study, Agila, no? Gitawag ko siyang Agila because our school, ang awon logo and our mantra, it's all about lupad herbias. It means lupad agila. That's why dira ko ginkwa. So it means ang ako nga title, wala labot na hatagan ko siya sa para nga description based on my problems and based on the the research nga I want to find out. And also, it reflects your school, no? So, amo na siya dapat ang mga title nato, not too specific, but not too broad also. And do not include some of the years, some of the school. No need to have that, no? Because mas nami nga gagaan ta spice ang aton nga title nga ang mga readers bala mabasa gid kung ano what sin-uni ang naka-create, sin-uni siya, no? That would be give spice. Not only to give spice but also to hide the privacy of the school. Among pinaka-important, to hide the privacy of the school because makalayo man nga problem ang mga title, no? Do kasyado gid ka problematic ang title ta, then ara pa yung mga school, ang ay amo gina dahil nga problema. So ang maka-create na ta mismo sang assumption, maka-create na ta mismo sang preliminary nga mga thoughts, no, sa mga readers. So, give spice on it and so that they can also deep down, no, so kung ano gid man ang result sa amo nga problem. Then you can have your working title at first. No? From time to time, pwede ma-change ang title based on the idea nga kisa abala along the way, may na-find out ka nga pwede ma-include yung mga variables. That's why your title, ma-work pa na siya. Pwede pa siya ma-develop pa. Your title will develop as you write your paper. No need to add basis for, no? Hindi ta na kailangan as basis for, enhance the program as basis for. No need to have that already. Kay para at least hindi maging lengthy katama ang imo nga title. Acronyms are discouraged, okay? For example, if you will use the acronyms, please kindly give description to your acronyms, no? For example, ang recap, no? Amo na dapat hindi lang pwede recap, no? Dapat may ara ka descriptions, dapat ginaano mo siya ginapang define ang each of the letters, no? If you will use the acronyms, no? Kay tungod nga base bala shadow taka acronyms, ang aton nga readers hindi makatsindi kung ano aton gid nga gusto nga goal sa aton. Kaya nga, sa title pa lang makita ta na ang goal. Goal is very important. The variable is very important in the title. And at the same time, the project is also visible in the title. It should be, no? Pwede gid. The next one is the context and rationale. In the context and rationale, it's all about actually what would be the problem, what would be the definition of all terms, no? It is all about the baseline data based on the current data or other previous researches. Da mo na mismo ginapamutang ang gitawag nga mga situations. Nakabutang ano ang sitwasyon sa school, district, division, ano ang problema sa sitwasyong ito. That is context and rationale na siya. Yung tawag na siya nga context kaya gina-describe mo pa lang. Ang rationale ginataga mo siya sa situation na from the school, district, or division, no? Dapat ginaisa-isa ta siya. Mas nami kung mostly nakabutang ta, first, would be nga pinaka-problem sa national. This would be from regional. This would be sa nga tawag natin from local. This would be for ating school, no? Nakapasunod, it is a deductive method. If we use deductive method, that's good in the context and rationality because the way we describe problem, it is step by step. At the same time, we are anchoring this problem And we are anchoring this type of nga may mga solusyon man ang babaw pero still ga problem gyapon sa dalom, no? Because here in our school, kita mismo ang gatubang. Kita mismo my dear teachers, ang areas of field. So that's why amo ni ang gina-impose nga solusyon, amo ni ang problem nga di katabo sa ano, sa school, kag gina-impose naman ni pero may problem gyapon. That's why kita nag-innovate, we think for a great solution para ma-mitigate ta. Kay base kita pa mismo ya ang maka-create sa amo ni nga mga solutions, no? Kay gina-encourage man ta kay national, the DepEd, Department of Education is really encouraging us to create research because you are in the field already. You are in the field and you know the situations of the students. You know the situation of the school so that we can be enlightened that this problem or our solution is not really good to your school. So that's why base ang inyong solution pwede man sa iban, no? So that would be a thing. That in context rationally, we are introducing the situation. We are introducing sa mga problema. Diya, dapat introduce na in detail ang problema. Sa introduction rationally, amo na ginagamit sa mga tawag naton nga mga basic research, no? Sa basic research basta sa diring sa context and rationale, mahatag kita sa ginatawag nga mga studies or mga idea or mga situations nga katabo basta gag-use kita according to or as cited by, tandaan tagin always may mga references kita, no? Hindi puwede based lang sa opinion, hindi lang puwede makamba nga in the Bataan National High School, no, hindi tapos gitapos na lang siyang situation nga wala kita references. Tandaan may butang kita references kung sino gina nag-cite, paano mo nahambal sina, di na siya nabutang sa Philippine News na siya, no, ibutang tagid ang year. It's very important to have references, no? The in-text citations, the APA 7th edition naton i-use naton. Next one, literature. Although actually sa Tagaanta lang common idea since ang aton nga action research wala naman gid siyang literature review kay ara naman sa context and rationale. Pero ibutang ta lang siya my dear teachers nga sa literature review or I mean sa atong gali nga literature review, it's all about actually a support, no? Mas okay ni siya nga more on kasi nga tawag naton nga mga results na. Anong mga results from outside. Like for example, the title is Relationship Between Students' Academic Performance and Teachers' Sense of Humor. Mangita ka sang RL, dapat lang tawo mo gid always ang variable. What will be the variable? Students' academic performance. At the same time, teacher's sense of humor. So, ang akon nga mga RL or review of the literature should focus to the student academic performance and teacher's sense of humor. I-discuss ko first ang teacher's sense of humor. I-discuss ko dayon kaduwa ang teacher's academic performance. Mangita na mo ko liwat study nga all about nga may sense of humor kag ga-reflect siya sa katawag nga academic performance. Amo na dapat mangita ka sa tawag nga RRL. Know your variable first and then know kung paano mo siya connect kag pa ngita ka dayon sa mga supports niya, no? For example, sir, pamangkot, what if limited ka tama? Yes, sir. Ang mga studies, it means that would be our gap. Mga maka-gap, amo pa na ang reason or na-drive sa amon nga mangita paliwat or mag-study ni siya kay tungod wala pa masyado nag-study sa sini nga bagay. That's really our gap of the study. Ang gap of the study is very important pan sa aton nga mga researches because amo na siya ang ga-drive sa aton para to discover new or para ibuhion sa liwat ang amo ni. Okay? Para mahatagan ta pa mismo sa mga solutions. Kay base bala may naka-study na pero wala pa nakahatag sa mga best nga mga solution. Okay? Mm. The next one is the research question. This would be our ginatawag ta balang statement of the problem. The research questions, it should be related to the title. If your problem, for example, sa dalom diho, diri nga part, my dear teachers, your title is response, project response, reinforcing and enriching students' performance on numeracy, skills enhancement in mathematics. Okay. Mostly, ang pamangkot always, what is the demographic profile of the respondent? hindi na ta masyado mag-use ng demographic profile if hindi ta siya i-use man gid sa aton mismo nga research. Kay base balaga create ka sa mga demographic profile, for example, nag-measure ka na silang religion, economic status, and then wala mo man siya gin-use sa mga results mo. Wala ka man niya nag-use nga wala ka man nag-compare kundi inang mas nga tanda sa mathematics or sino ang mas naka-enrich na nga, 'no, sang gatuwag nga or sino nakapataas gid sa iyang kanang performance, ang mga manggaranon gid bala or mga pigado or mga less fortunate. Kung wala man siya gin-use sa amo sila nga bagay, hindi ka na mag-use sang demographic profile. It is not a requirement to use demographic profile. You will use only demographic profile if you will use this or nagiging part siya sa imo nga study kit, 'no? At the same time, it should related to the title. If you're reinforcing or researching student performance, base may mga pamangkot kada, what is the level of performance of the respondents before the numeracy skills enhancement test or the enhancement program, no? Before, it means part gina siya. So it means sa title pa lang dira ka nagakuha sa imong nga questions. Kaya dapat masabat, no? For example, wag maglalagay ng RQs or research question na magsasagot na agad. What is the level of the level of achievement in mathematics 5 during the first quarter? Masasagot na agad kahit hindi na i-research, no? So, gaan mo siya danay sa gatawag naton nga mga question that could really measures the title, that could really measures the step by step, no? Para ba lang hindi danay nga isa lang ka question, isa ka sabat, amo na siya, no. Dapat tigaan taman kung anong first nga sabton, before, after sina, so kamo sina ba lang ang mga bagay. Research questions for action research. For research question, there should be a main research question. Is there a significant difference between the scores before and after the intervention? Amo ni hambal ko kagina. For example, what is the academic level of the respondents, okay, before the intervention? Tapos may pamangkot ka, what's the level of, no, academic level of the respondents after the intervention? And then ang last mo pamangkot, is there a significant difference between the scores before and after? Amo ni siya makasabat sa pamangkot mo sa after, sa before and after. Ay kung magamba ka lang before and after, and then ano dayon? Pero kung i-measure tagid ang difference, lang tawon ta ang elasticity, magamak elasticity. Oh, for example, nagdugang gid gali ang mga score sa mga bata after na-create ang amo ni nga solusyon. It means dira ta mabalaan through the statistical tool nga i-use naton nga may mga changes na. Tandaan, learning is all about changes. As long there is change of behavior, there is learning. So, paano ta mabalaan ang changes kung wala ta gina-measure? Measure specific kag accurate nga gatawag, no? The next one is proposed intervention or innovation. Sa proposed intervention and innovation, diri ta mismo i-discuss ang aton nga solusyon, ha? Ari gusto ko ipa-point out gid my dear teachers nga diri nga bagay it should be specific. Dapat magatawag ta nga pre-implementation, during implementation kag post-implementation sa proposed intervention and strategy. Why? Kay diri ta find out paano mo siya first, how you will deliver your solution, how you will deliver your innovation. Sinong maka-benefits, anong kinahanglan sa mga participants para makuha ni nila. Dili mo siya, it's a brief description of your intervention sa pinaka-first or first paragraph. Then, kadua, what its difference from the old way you are solving the problem. Di mo na i-discuss, no? Na kung ano na siya ang kinalain nila. From the past, we use this kind of problem, no? I mean, we use this kind of solution. But for this, nga na-create ko nga solution, amo na ni akong solution niya, no? Amo na siya ako niya nga gusto nga i-point out nga base bala makahatag pala niya way ma-solve ta ang problem. Sa activities, diri mo na i-describe ang ginatawag nga pre-implementation kag during implementation. Sa pre-implementation, dira ta na mismo nakabutang gi-meeting mo sila, may focus group discussion kada night, para before ta lantawon or before ta obrahon ang aton nga ang aton intervention, dapat equip man sila sa mga may mga gusto ka i-required sa ila nga dapat may amo ni sila gali, may mga cellphone sila or dapat may mga na-provide sila sa ila ko galingon or base dapat gali may room kita nga ginagamit, no? So anong activities sa first nga dapat ano ang dapat ang plans ta, no? And then during the implementation, dara may butang amo ni siyang matabo. The students will fall line and the students will have this corresponding activity sheets. No, that will be the during implementation. I-discuss agad in detail kung anong obrahon ta, anong ginaobra nila. The next one is how will you carry out these activities? No? Okay, so the next one is how you carry out these activities. No? Paano mo na sa dayon i-impose kung amo gyud man yung matabo, no? How you will carry out these activities. So you need to actually ask yourself at the same time na dapat ang plano, dapat amo ni ang plano, amo ni ang solusyon, dapat kabalo ko nga maka-derive ni siya, no? Masulod siya. Hindi ta pwede nga basta gina-visualize lang sa aton nga mga participants ang imo nga solusyon hindi puwede, dapat gina-manipulate, dapat gaka-experience nila ang ginatawag nato nga proposed intervention, ha? Hindi ta puwede nga kita mismo lang ang ma-assume nga amo ni ang afterwards nga makuha nila, 'no? Hindi puwede. It should not be assumed, it should be derived, it should be acted, it should be carried out, 'no? And then, amo na gyud pamangkot, when will you carry them out? Pila ka minutes ni siya, how many days, pila ka weeks. Pero ang action research, actually dasig ni siya, amo ning action research, mas nami kaya nga, no need to have hundreds of people. No need to have hundreds of people. No need to have because even sa imo classroom, puwede ka gid ka-create action research, no? Puwede gid. Kay ang sa action research siya lantawon ta sa amo ni nga problema mo, lantawon ta kung amo ni ang problema, amo ni akong solusyon, makuha gid bala sa estudyante. Your one section is already be a participant in your solution, no? If effective or hindi, no? Pero tanawon tagid lantawon tagid kung pila siya ka semana kay base bala ang imo mga pre-test kag post-evaluation. For example, may pre-test ka, may evaluation ka dayo, may ano ka dayon, may solution. Kung nakit-an mo nga medyo sa pre-test or the pre-evaluation, nagnubo siya. So, 'pag nubo niya, nantawon mo na dayon ang imong solusyon, ipag-point out for 1 week na ano kadanay na orient, pag-orient mo tapos naghatagad sa solution mo, amo ning solusyon mo mnemonics or video presentation, and then after 1 week para kondisyon taman ang mind sang tao, sang aton nga mga participants. Hindi man puwede nga 'pag pre-test mo, okay 30 minutes, pagka 30 minutes, okay, post evaluation, di man. Nga man kay ang gwatan na karon, paano mo na kondisyon ang bata? Saan mo na siya nga bagay, paano mo nakondisyon, paano mo nahambal in just a short span or, the short, span of time, kaya yung absorb. Remember our students now have a short time nga in terms of mag-retain sa informations, 'no? So kaysa i-kondisyon taman, they need to be ready. Hindi ta puwede nga urada i-impose din ang solusyon. Okay. So our research participants or respondents, our methodologies, no? Part ng gatawag nga participants who are the identified pupils, students in facing the problem. So kung ano nga sino ang imo i-point out nga i-respondent, i-detail mo gina lantaw mo gid always in what way mo siya ginkuha. Randomly mo siya ginkuha, how ng how you will actually choose, okay? How you will choose your respondents or your participants by snowball sampling, okay, random sampling, stratified random sampling, or the cluster sampling ang ginahambal naton, or what is so-called the convenience sampling, no? Kung sino ang available that time, no? Ang tawag tagid always, ang gina-point out ta ba nga participants are those experienced or they can be justified even they have lack of knowledge to that kind of experience or problem, they can be a participants also because our title is this lang, no? So, base ang imo title ga-refer ka lang sa amusin niya, the level of, 'no? So, kaamo lang na siya. So puwede nga ang ginalantaw mo man ang iban nga tawo. Pero ang action research it's more on nga describe tagi diya kung paano taging kuha ang atong nga respondent. Okay? For example, the respondents of the study or the person of the study is the grade 10 section Gemini, no? Who are officially enrolled at the Luis Service National High School for the school year 2022-2023, no? So amo na siya. With tapos for example, i-specify mo nga may subject silang mga musini because part sila nga ginastudihan mo. Okay? Pwede gid. For example, kung 100 lahat ng non-readers at di mo sila kaya lahat pabasahin, pwedeng mamili lang, no? No need to consider sampling kasi action research naman siya. Pero tandaan students, lantawan tagid always kung ano ang pag-choose ta sa ila kay base hindi ta pwede ka pamudjot lang. Okay, the data gathering procedure. How will you collect the data? Amo na siyang gitawag nga pre and post test, description of pre and post test, and how did you implement the intervention, innovation, and strategy. Pag-action research, huwag nang gumamit ng control group, experimental group dahil ang idea ng AR ay hindi ikumpara ang effectiveness ng intervention kundi mag-solve ng problem. Analogy, kung may dalawang may sakit bilang doktor, ibigay mo lang ba ang gamot sa isang may sakit? No? It means lang taon magadiya mismo ya. Okay? Kung ihatag mo na ya ang amuni kung makit-anta mo lang nga may changes. Makit-anta nga may changes kinman bala. Ang ginatawag naton nga sa nga effect no, not the term of ano, may changes sa kanang performance na may mga changes sa ginatawag naton nga mga behavior, that would be a thing, no? By the way, sa data gathering, it includes man naton kung paano ta gina-survey ha, kung paano ta man siya gina-gather ang mga data lang, hindi naman gina-implement ang gatong nga solution or intervention, but also ginahatagan ta man kung paano ta siya gina-collect, no? Data gathering and data collection, no? That naman siya i-point out. Sa data analysis, no? Sa data analysis nga hinahambal naton, may ginatawag nga mean, median, mode, at central tendency. Sa mean, median, nga mode, amo gina siya ang mean, may use lang daw in terms of averaging, no? Magamba ka naman niya sa mode, it means the popularity. Magamba ka pa, for example, pila ka bilog ang nag-large, pila ka bilog ang nag-small, pila ka bilog ang mga medium. Kung pila ang mas pinakadamo, large, amo na ang mode, no? Popularity. Magamba ka naman yung median, it means anong pinakatunga nga numero, no? For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no? Anong pinakatunga nga numero? 3. Papili ka lang that is median. Magama kaya mean ya, sumahon mo gadya, you need to add the number and divide if how many number, no? Ang gimpang suma mo. For example, 5 numbers, 98, 98, 98, 97, 98. So, i-plus mo 98 plus 98 plus 98 plus 97 plus 98, i-divide mo lang dahil sa 5 kaya tungod nga, 5 mismo ang number. 5 mismo ang character. So, dra mo man i-divide kung pila ang gimpang plus mo. That is the mean. No? Sa data analysis, tinatawag ta nga MPS. No? Part gina sa aton sa teaching process, may MPS kita dapat. Mga paired sample t-test. No? Later on, we'll discuss yung natawag na paired sample test, no? This would be my dear teachers, ang natawag na sample t-test. Compares two groups, the mean value of a continuous. For example, this would be ang pre-test ng male. This would be the pre-test ng female. That would be example. Nagtawag natin na compare sample t-test. Tawag ang differences based only sa mean nila, no? So for example, no, ang ginatagda, are male teachers more satisfied in their jobs than female teachers? Duwa ka groups ang gina-compare ta. If duwa ka groups ang gina-compare ta, then ang use naton nga test is sample t-test, no? Because two groups. Then, does the elementary school head spend more funds on office supplies than secondary? Then basi ang elementary mas damo kay tungod nga ang mga kabataan kinahanglan gid sang learning resources. So secondary is aya because mostly they have already the thinking, they are really matured enough and they can retain information. So no need ta kisa aga-invest sa itong school supplies or office supplies. Kay kaya na naton, no? Kaya na nila, I mean, sa mga kabataan ta, no? Or kaya sa mga heads naman nga no need to have that kind of nga mga many more nga mga documents nga gina-require. Okay? The next is ANOVA. ANOVA used to analyze the differences of three or more groups of data, no? To get information about the relationship between the dependent and the dependent variables. Example, ginalantaw mo kung may relasyon gid man sila bala. Sa example ha, ang iyabing nga stress. Ang stress bala sang bata bala gakapektuhan ang ginatawag naton nga iyang nga mga academic performance, gakapektuhan ba lang iya nga thinking, gakapektuhan ba lang iya nga behavior, more ang iya nga ano, gakapektuhan it means affect relation, may relationship kin man bala, no? Sa isa ka bagay, that is example of relationship. That's why gayus ka man sa mga ANOVA, no? Or at the same time gayus ka mga differences. ANOVA use actually sa significant differences kin siya. It can be also part nga ma-use mo siya as par sa post hoc mo nga relationship, no? Puwede mo siya ma-use as sa imong nga post hoc ang gatong nga ANOVA, even though it is actually, measuring differences. Okay, the one-way ANOVA, one independent variable. Example, are there in a significant difference in the level of academic or level of achievement scores by grade levels? Example, ang independent variable naton is the grade levels. Kay tungod magama ka independent variable, my dear teachers, it means it cannot be changed. Okay, it cannot be manipulated since iya gina iya. No, hindi siya ma-change in a period of time because siya gini mismo ang gaon sa amo na mismo nga identity. Ang maka-dependent variable ga-change siya over a period of time since naga-refer siya mismo or dependent lang siya depende kung paano siya ginakuha sang bata. For example, scores, no? Nagadepende pa ya based sa bata, no? No? So, ang grade levels hindi man pagka-boss naga-change sa iya level, no? Iya grade level, hindi. So, sa scores na because depende yan sa iya nga kondisyon. So, one-way ANOVA na siya. Sa two-way ANOVA, duwa na imo dependent variable. Kag ginalantaw mo mismo ya my dear teachers kung may differences kin man niya. Kung sa grade level, amo niyang differences nila sa scores. Okay, mas tanda ang grade 7 sa katawag nga grade 8. Sa gender naman, diin mas tanda ang male or female, no? Duduwa na ya ka-independent, pero isa lang ang dependent variable. Isa lang ginabasihan ta. Kailan tawon ta kung diin mas nagga-difference, no? Diin ang mas impactful sa grade level gid bala or sa gender, no? Amo nang gina-use ang two-way ANOVA. Sperman Law. Okay? The Sperman Law assess if relationship exists between two ordinal variables. By the way, my dear teachers, magamba ka ordinal, it's all about ranking, no? So gina-rank mo ya danay, my dear teachers, ang mga students from first to second to third, no? Kailangan mo silang tawon mo dahil kung may relationship sila nga tatlo, no? May relationship kin man bala ang ila nga mga rankings, that example of ordinal. Magamba ka naman niya sa katawagan nominal, it is based sa ila yung nga distinct identity, male, female, that is nominal. Magamba ko ordinal ranking system based on their ranking, no? So, tawon ta if ang first bala man sa second iya nga scores, no? At the same time, ang first B, ang iya nga mathematics nga score is different sa iya nga English nga scores, no? That would be the relationship, no? The next one is the chi-square, relationship of two categorical variables, no? Amo siya ginahambata ba lang nga single, no? For example, is there is any significant relationship between the civil status and educational levels of teachers? For example, may mga relationship kay man ba lang kung single ka, mostly sa ila, sila gin man ni ang PhD kay tungod wala sila sang problema, amo na, kay single sila. So, may time sila nga mag-PhD, no? May time sila mag-MA, pero ang mga married na sila na yung mga wala sila ga-take sa nga tuwa nga PhD kay tungod they don't have they have lack of time, no? They don't have enough time to invest to their schoolings, no? Kay tungod nga siyempre sa ginatawag nga pamilya, sako ka na, no? Family is really nga dapat nga ginatagaan ta man tong oras. So amo na siyang gusto may find out, puwede gid, no? Sa methodology part pa gid sa ginatawag nga correlation. degree to which a pair of variables are linearly related. Are they really related to each other? No? Usually used for continuous variables. Mostly, magka-correlation ng tawon mga example, kung mag-absent pa lang isa ka bata, ga-apekto sa iyang performance or base bisan ga-absent siya, iya performance okay gid, no? Kaya mo na siyang one thing nga assumption ta lang nga kasi ang absenteeism niya is hindi naging problem, no? Hindi maging problem ang gatong absenteeism kaya kaya mag-cope up, no? So that's one thing all about correlation. Ang isa pala ka variable can be ga-affect man sa isa or are they related to one another or they can stand this kind of problem cannot stand alone because of this problem. That is correlation. Now, for example, is there a significant relationship between the scores in mathematics and scores in English? So kung manubo ko pala sa mathematics, it means manubo man English ko or kung manubo ko sa English dapat mataas ko sa mathematics, no? Amo na siyang gusto mo correlation, relate. Are they related to one another? Amo na ba lang bata, alam siya sa mathematics, pero kung mag-English medyo nubo na siya. So amo na siya ang mga explanation behind that, no? So that would be a thing, my dear teachers, no? I hope you've learned a lot kahit papaano in that 1 hour session. This would be just a review to all of you that we need to use then a format nga pang action research dapat. At the same time, ngayon may mga parts, for example, sa RL, to lang ginambal ta, wala ta na siya nga ginapangitaan RL. Dapat ang RL, ara na mismo sa context ng rationale, no? At the same time, gira-review lang ta, nga hindi ta pwede maminsar lang sa mga statistical tool. Hindi ta obliged nga dapat may ginatawag ta nga mga tool nga mga budlay para at least matawag ta nga action research nga nami. Dapat ma-use lang ta sa appropriate nga tool para sa aton nga mga data, okay? If you will use only a mean, median, or the mode, frequency, percentage, no? ANOVA, t-test, no? So don't worry because later on or in our next session, I will give you understanding as we find or mahatag ko example ba lang nga mga researches kag tapos ano ibutang ta nga mga statistical tool if that will be the problem or the question. Okay? So thank you very much, my dear teachers. I hope you've learned a lot. And although this is only a recording, but still, I hope in your own space, in your own learning area, preferred learning area, ma-absorb lang, no? Ang mga ideas. Thank you very much and have a good day, my dear teachers. Okay, by the way, I am Mr. Arwin Buenaflor, your speaker for this seminar. Thank you very much.